Factoring to solve quadratic equations. We said, how can we solve this type of quadratic equation if there's a b? If there's no b, we solve it with the square root, taking the square root. If there's a b, you have to factorize it. After you factorize it, as we said yesterday, if x and y is 0, so that does mean x it could be 0 and y also it could be 0. We solved
Good morning, teacher.
We stopped here. We said that how can we write the writing in standard form? Let's solve now. Today now we will take more exercises. Got it? 3 here. What are the solutions of x squared plus 14x equal negative 49? As I told you, if I want to factorize a quadratic equation with b, I must write it in the standard form. It must be written in standard form. In this one here, we have an x squared plus 14x equal negative 49. It must be written in the standard form. So I must isolate all the terms and all the numbers or the variables in a term and the 0 on the other term. So to make it, just add 49 to both terms. So we will get now x squared plus 14x plus 49 equals 0. This is now is ready. Before that, it wasn't ready. So this is now, it's x squared plus 14x plus 49. And now let's factorize it. As I told you, you have to factorize it, then you have to must equal it, or you have to equal it with 0. To factorize it, open two factors like this, two brackets. We have x and x. Look at the sign of c, it's plus, and the b here is plus. So we had plus in both terms. Then we have to write the factors of 49. Let's write all the pairs of factor of 49. Then we said it's 7 times 7 only, or 49 times 1. Which one, if you add the pair of factor, you get 14. Here we have 14. Here we have 20. Here we have 14. So it is 7 and 7. So here we have 7 and 7. So after that, let's remember, or let's continue that it's equal to 0. Since it is an equation, so it's equal to 0. Now, it's equal to 0. What does it mean? As we said yesterday, the first term, it could be 0, and the second term, it could be 0. So, x, it could be negative 7. X, it could be negative 7. So there's here one solution for this equation, where is x equal negative 7. Yes, Farah?
Teacher, while we are writing it in the standard form, we will make it equals 0, the
Yes.
equation equals 0.
Yeah, the standard form, it must be like this. X squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is the standard form. I want now to convert this equation to be written in standard form.
Okay.
Okay. Now, why do quadratic equations of the form of x squared plus 2ax plus a squared, or x squared minus 2ax plus a squared. As we said here, why did we have only one solution?
Yes, teacher, why?
Because the numbers turn out to be the same.
Okay, but why? If you look at this equation, how if you know that this is an quadratic, we have one solution only? Like the previous one, x squared plus 14x minus 49.
Because it's squared. It's a perfect square.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Nada?
No, it's Basmala.
Basmala. Thank you.
No, teacher, it's not me.
Okay. Thank you, Basmala. Here we have a perfect square. Like here we have an, look, come back to the previous one. X squared plus 14x plus a squared. Since we have here two perfect squares, and between them we have 2 times x times a, 2 times 7 times x, which is 14, and this is an perfect square. So here also, if you factorize this one, you will have an x plus a times x plus a, and here you will get x minus a times x minus a. So that means here we have only one solution, and here we have only one solution. Is it clear?
Teacher, can you repeat it? Because I didn't understand it.
Okay. Did you remember the lesson that is special when I'm talking about special cases? I told you that if you have an x squared, and if you have an perfect square here, like number 25 as an example. And I told you, what is the square root of x squared? It is x. And the square root of 25, it is 5. If you multiply 2 times 5 times x, what do we get? We get an
10.
x squared plus 10x plus 25. And when you factorize it, we say it's x plus 5 times x plus 5. We say that, where would you say this one? Because if you look at here, we have a perfect square. Since we have an perfect square, this is a lesson 8, maybe 8.4 or 8.5, I don't remember, or 8.6, I don't remember actually. You have x squared and 25. They are perfect squares. So what does it mean? Look at the numbers between them. If the number between them is 2 times the square root of 25 times x, like it is 10x, so it can be factored to be x plus 5 times x plus 5, which is only x plus 5 squared. So we have only one solution, which is x equal -5. That's why here this type of equations have only one solution.
Okay.
So if you have an x squared minus 49 equals 0, we have two solutions. If we have x squared minus 14x plus 49, we have one solution only. If you have an x squared plus plus 20x as an example, plus 49, here we have two solutions. Why? Look at x 49. Yes, it's a perfect square. But what is the square root of 49? It is 7. Is it right?
7.
Yes.
And if you multiply 2 by 7, what did you get?
14.
14.
4.
So this one here is a perfect square. So we have only one solution. But here, this is not a perfect, oh, it is not a 2 times 7. It's not 14. So it can be factored into x plus 90. Sorry, what's the, not now. Oh my God, it's 50 here, not sorry. So it can be factored into x plus 1 times x plus 49. So that's me. I have two solutions. Here, it will be factored into x minus 7 times x minus 7. So I have only one solution. Here, it's x minus 7 times x plus 7. So I have two solutions. But if you get now an x squared plus 49 equals 0, how many solutions did you get?
0.
Thank you.
There's
No.
solution.
0.
Why? Because it is an x squared equal negative 49. And for there's no square root for a negative number. Got it?
Yes.
Got
Yes, teacher, got it.
Now, let's solve all of these examples today. Number 14 now. X squared plus 11x plus 10 equals 0. Let's factorize it now, which is x plus factors of 10.
10 and 1.
5 and 2, 10 and 1. If you added them, you get 11, which is 10 and 1. So here is 10 and here is 1. These are now equals 0. So what does it mean? That's mean x plus 10, it could be 0, or x plus 1, it could be 0. X plus 10 is 0, so that's mean x is negative 10, and here x is negative 1. So these are the two solutions now of equation number 14.
But teacher, there's square root of negative numbers.
Sorry?
Teacher, طيب يعني this is the solutions
Yes.
for the equation.
10 and negative 1.
Okay. And teacher, we are using another way to find the solutions other than the square roots.
Yes, so look here, yes, if you have only x squared equal a number, you have just put the square root. If there's no b, what is b? If it's written like this, look at here, there's no b.
Okay.
Sorry, here there's no b.
Yes.
But if you have an x squared plus 10x minus 25 as an example, or plus 25, here there's no b. Look at it here. B, it is a number that's multiplied by x. B is a number that is multiplied by x. So this is B. If there's a B, you will use the factorizing. If there is no b, you just use the square root. So if there is a b, if you see it as a long equation like this, you use factoring. If it is a small one, like x squared equal number only, you use the square root.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Don't forget, number on a side, and there's an x squared on the other side. This is by square root. If it is an expression, a quadratic expression, as you know it before, you must use the factorizing. Let's do now number 15. In number 15, I will give you 2 minutes only. Solve it. You send me the answer on a chat. Yeah, I'm waiting you before I solve it.
Teacher, number 15?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. أهلا مسكين.
Teacher, I finished and I sent my answer.
Yes, Jana, I saw it.
Even me, teacher.
Yeah, I saw Farah and Jana. Okay. So Farah, Jana, and Nada. Thank you. Yeah, let's solve it now.
Miss, I finished now. Should I send it or?
Yes, okay.
Teacher, I am sending it.
Yeah, okay. So it is g squared plus 4g minus 32 equals 0. Let's now factorize them. 32. What are the factors of 32? 16 and 2, 8 and 4. But I want them now. We have a minus c. So one is minus and one is plus. So it could be negative 16, positive 2. It could be negative 8, positive 4. It could be positive 8 and negative 4. And it could be positive 16 and negative 2. Let's now add them. Negative 16 plus 2 is negative 14. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. Positive 4 and 14. I want 8 and positive 8 and negative 4. So the two answers here or the two solutions will be g plus 8 equals 0. So g is negative 8. And g minus 4 is 0. So g is 4. These are the two solutions, negative 8 and 4.
Wait, teacher, why negative 8? So, isn't it should be 8 and negative 4?
No, here you have g plus 8 equals 0. So g is negative 8. And g minus 4
Oh,
is
okay.
0. So g is 4.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's solve now number. Number.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't see the discussion room.
Not discussion room. Here on the chat here.
Ah, on the chat. Okay.
Teacher, we should send it on the chat, not on the discussion room, right?
Yeah, on the chat. Yes.
I could not send it on the chat. I sent it on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay, I saw it. No problem. So I want the answer.
Miss,
Yes.
Teacher, I thought
privately.
it's correct.
No, as you want. Just I want you to show and to see that you are solving with me, not just looking at me.
Okay. Because
Teacher,
Miss, I
I
saw it on a paper and I was like, the discussion room, I didn't find it, so that's why.
Okay, let's start.
Teacher, I thought that correct, but I didn't know where to send it. Because I thought on the discussion room.
That's okay. Just
Yes, which send it on WhatsApp or where?
you answered it correctly. Okay, number. Let's do number. What's the time now? Yeah, no. So okay, let's solve number 18.
19.
It's a 3q squared plus q minus 14 equals 0. Here we have a 3q squared plus q minus 14 equals 0. Yellow, 1 minute. Now 3q squared plus q minus 14. So let's write it here as 3q
Miss?
squared plus. Oh, yes, Huda.
Thank you. Miss, my phone turned off, so I will check my answer while you are writing the answer.
Okay. Now, here, 14 times 3. What is the answer if you multiply 14 times 3? You have to make now
14 times 3 equals
42.
negative 42.
42.
So I want now to write all the factors of negative 42 That's if you add them, you get positive 1, which is positive 7 and negative 7. Yes. So positive 7, negative 6. Q, Q. Then after that, let's now put them like this. Then 3q squared plus 7q, we have only a q as a GCF or the common factor. So we have a 3q plus 7. Here, minus. If you take a minus as a common factor, or you can take a minus 2 as a common factor, you get q plus 7. Q,
Teacher, I made the opposite.
3q plus 7. 3q.
Teacher, I made okay, the same.
Okay, we get them 0. So then you can write them as q minus 2 times
Teacher, I saw this in another way.
plus 7. Okay, but if you get the
Teacher,
answer, no problem, miss. Check the
what
final
is
answer.
the final answer?
The two solutions are q equal to, since now,
How teacher you got that? I got q equal -1 out of 3 and q equal 14.
no, you make something wrong. Q minus 2 equals 0. So q is
0
and 3q plus 7
plus
equals
7, 0
So q, it will be negative
Q
7
was negative
over
7
3.
over 3.
over 3.
Are your answers correctly? Correct?
Yes. Yes, miss.
Yes, teacher.
Teacher.
But teacher, see, I made the 3q with the negative 6q and the 7q with the negative 14.
Yes, me too, teacher.
Well, where did you find your mistake?
The second one, which is negative 7 over 3, I wrote in negative 2 over 7.
Teacher, mine, there's no mistake with me by the answer, but here I switched, I didn't make
Okay,
3q
there's no
plus
problem.
7q.
As you want.
Okay.
Miss, I write Q1 equal to negative 7 over 3 and Q2 equal to 2.
Teacher, but wait,
7 over 3 and 2, yes,
Here.
correct. As we get
if
Yeah, go
we, teacher, if you made 2 times 3, it's equal 6, negative 6q, right?
where did you mean here?
Yeah.
Yes, it's negative 6q and it's negative 14. I take negative 2 as a common factor.
I don't understand.
What is your answer?
I got q equal -1 out of 3 and q equal 14.
Okay, how did you start? Did you start like this? Like me?
No,
So what did you write?
I wrote 3q plus 1
Plus
and
1 plus
9 minus 14.
No, okay, this is your mistake. Here, if you have an ax squared, you have to multiply 3 times negative 14, which is negative 48, or negative 42, sorry. And then you have to write the factors of negative 42. Not
Oh, okay.
14. Okay? Fine.
Okay.
Now, let's solve number 22 and number 24. I have 6 minutes left. I will solve it. Yeah. Number 22. Look at number 22 here. We have c squared equal 5c. Okay? Here now, don't say the square root. No, because there's a b, but there's no c. There's a b, but there's no c. So you would like it like this. C squared equal minus 5c equals 0. You put the 5c in the other bracket. Then, can you factor this one? Who can tell me?
It will be C
It would be
equal
C.
to 0
It would be
and
C
C
plus
minus 5 equal to 0.
No.
it would be C minus C and C plus 5.
No.
Teacher, C equal to 0.
C squared
And then
minus 5C.
C minus 5 equal to 0.
Yes, thank you, Dana. You take C as a common factor, like GCF.
C.
Take C, you have C squared and 5C. C and 5C. So the greatest common factor here is C. So if you take C,
C minus 5.
C minus 5 equals 0. Then after that, since C times C minus 5 is equals 0, so C, it could be 0, or C minus 5, it could be 0. So we have two solutions. C, it could be 0, and C, it could be 5.
Teacher, how you made it? You took the brackets.
You take here, I took the greatest common factor
From this one, from the
from
C
C,
bracket.
and you have C minus 5. Yes. Now, there's a big mistake that the upper grade make it. They cancel C with C. Then they told me, teacher, C equal 5. This is false. Because C has two solutions.
The teacher,
0
it is a solution C equal 5.
Sorry?
But C equal 5 is a solution.
One of the solution. But it's not all the solutions I have. If you say C equal 5, it's only one solution. But here you have two solutions, 5 and 0.
Okay.
Teacher, how did I get the second solution? C equals 0.
Yes, this one.
Here,
How you got it?
I took C. Okay, did you understand this step here? That I took C as a common factor?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yes.
so what does it mean? That means C is 0, or C minus 5 is 0.
Oh, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, teacher. Yes, I understand.
Right. This is for number 22. Now, for number 25, here, what did we have? We have 9b squared equals 16. Is there a b here? Here, there's a b.
No, only one.
I would
Yes.
use the greatest
Only.
common factor. Here, there's no b. So I will say, using the square root, is it right? I'll say is b squared is 19 over 16 over 9.
Yes, teacher. There is no B. Only because
So-
B will be. Yes.
So the answer is 4 over positive or negative 4 over 3. So I have for it now two solutions. So if you have B and C, like h squared, or so summarize, if you have B and C, like g squared plus 4g minus 32, you have B and C. So you have to factorize it into two brackets. So you solve it by factorizing. If you have B only B, like g squared or like g squared minus 25g, there's only B, you have to use the greatest common factor, like g times g minus 25. And if you have C only, like g squared equal 25, you have to use the square root.
Teacher, can you not erase it because I'm writing it? The last one.
I
See?
wish it was. طب لحظة شوي أسوي لك